Welcome to my 6 of the best video where we feature Arsenal. Now, the Arsenal were bitter rivals in my days at Tottenham, and I don't suppose that surprises anybody at all. But I must admit I have a certain admiration for the Ivory outfit and the way they play. I've got an awful lot of enjoyment sifting through the old footage to find this final selection. They certainly have had more success in the 70s than they've had for some considerable time. Taking the Old Fairs Cup in 1970, making the FA Cup final at Wembley 5 times, winning twice in 71 and 79, and of course that memorable championship in 71 that gave them the double. And it's towards the end of the season that we start, a thriller at the Hawthorns in April, with 3 games to play after this one and trying to resist a championship challenge from Leeds.
Hughes searching for Askell. Askell, good ball, Suggett. And that took a touch, surely off somebody. Tony Brown appealing for a corner. Suggett whacking it across the goal. The Albion players in the goal mouth still appealing for the corner. I certainly thought it touched a gunner's boot as it went across there. Bob Wilson taking the goal kick, and rather fortunate, I think, at this moment not to be a goal down with that cross ball. Hughes, the through ball. McNabb cutting it off. Wilson able to use his right foot. Brown for Hartford. Askell picking up Brown. Askell back for Hartford. Tony Brown. Bobby Hope. Hartford's run well. Corner given. Hartford ran very well for that return ball from Bobby Hope. West Bromwich is Hartford now taking up his position in the goal mouth. West Bromwich Albion, the first corner of the game. Bobby Hope to take it. Breaking out here for Lovett. Lovett going on. In behind everybody. Brown was there, but Lovett might have done better if he'd hit the high one across the box. Askell was free on the far side. Askell breaking out now through Story. Kennedy's offside. Pat Rice forward to Story. Story in a little difficulty from time to time this afternoon. It's Hartford now. Askell, Hartford, the return ball. Hartford! Oh, what a great little goal! What a magnificent little goal from Asa Hartford. His first goal for 5 months, and he won't do much better than that this season. 37 minutes gone. Asa Hartford gives West Bromwich Albion a 1-0 lead. Let's go back and see that little interplay between Askell and Hartford again. Two minutes to half-time. Arsenal get their second corner of the game. Armstrong with it. Oh, it's a good one. And hooked away for George. And it must be McClintock. Got to be McClintock. But the fellow who really set that up was Charlie George. There he is, number 11. He's the man who really set it up. McClintock's job to get on the end of it was relatively simple, but he's a happy fella, the captain of Arsenal. 1-1 the scoreline. We can go back now and see what it was that Charlie George set up with his shot. There's the scoreline with about 1 minute to go to half-time. Armstrong picking up Graham. Good challenge then from Lovett. George picking up George Armstrong. Down the line is Radford. Kennedy sprinting to get across into the box. Armstrong again, back for McNabb. Radford spending a fair bit of time forward in a left side position. Here's John Samuels on a substitute for Pat Rice. Charlie George waiting for Story to make the run. Hartford has scored an own goal. Hartford has scored an own goal, and he is sick. Came back magnificently, go with Story. So Hartford, who gave West Bromwich Albion the lead, has now given Arsenal the lead at 2-1. You can go back now and see that unhappy little man's dreadful moment. John Kay, good dummy then to put Albion forward again. Tony Brown only as far as the crowd, and a throw in to Arsenal. Tony Brown really not having too much of a look in this second half. A couple of his blasts in the first half went desperately close to increasing his 27 goals total, but he hasn't seen much of it in the second half as the Arsenal offside trap very nearly came unstuck. Then they're saved as the ball goes into touch. Bob McNabb. John Kay. Wild little touch on for Astle. And now Tony Brown. And he doesn't miss those. Tony Brown, as we've just said, so little of the game for him to see in the second half. Almost inspired by my words, and drags a goal back for West Bromwich Albion with 4 minutes to go. 2-2 the score. So let's go back and see how Tony Brown tied it all up then. Oh, Tony Brown, who scored one against Leeds last week, gets one here against Leeds' rivals at the top of the table, Arsenal, and the scoreline tied up at 2-2. While now back in defence again, Albion having got back in the game, Suggett breaking out. McNabb went with him all the way. Story for Samuels, that's Hartford's ball. Bobby Hope. Albion supporters really picking it up now. Merrick breaking on the left side. They want a winning goal. It's too close to the goalkeeper, he's lost it! What a fantastic piece of goalkeeping then by Wilson. He came, lost it, and he still managed to get back and save it. The mark of a real class tradesman, that. Referee Thomas having a look at his watch. Hughes intercepting. Fair bit of injury time played now. 2 minutes of injury time gone. Wonder if Radford has time to get this. He doesn't. Referee Thomas has pointed to the centre circle. It's all over. Arsenal have got themselves a precious point towards the total they need for the First Division Championship title.
A vital point gained there rather than dropped. On the following Monday, with only Sunday to rest, Arsenal lost to Leeds by 1-0, but recovered to beat Stoke the following Saturday by 1-0. Then Spurs, only goal winners at White Hart Lane on the Monday night to clinch the title and the first leg of their great double. Their captain Frank McClintock was voted Footballer of the Year.
This honour I really owe to all my teammates, I think, and to Bertie Mee, the manager, for supporting me during it, and Don Howe, especially to Don, because Don's helped me a tremendous amount moving from wing half to centre half. It was completely new to me, and I was still wanting to go forward when we had the ball, you know, which is a common thing for an attacking player. And Don gradually kept on taking me in coaching lessons, individual coaching lessons, and I think it's paid off now.
Having upset Spurs by beating them at White Hart Lane in that double season, our next game from 72 to 73 season sees Arsenal return to try again.
Kennedy. And now Armstrong, and this might be the chance for Arsenal now, with Kennedy and Radford in the middle. Kennedy lets it go, and Mike England saving Spurs at the very last, because that was going through towards Radford, but a lovely break by Arsenal, led by Armstrong, and now McNabb, onto the right foot by McNabb and into the side pocket. And a free kick now to Arsenal. Simpson. And that'll come towards Radford, nodded down there for Kennedy. Turned in nicely for Alan Ball. And just across the face of that Tottenham goal. And behind for the goal kick. But a very good piece of understanding again by Arsenal coming forward, and Alan Ball popping up. If there's one criticism that a lot of people have of Alan Ball, he does fight shy of shooting a goal, but he worked himself into a beautiful position there for the shot. Chivers coming fast away from that Arsenal defence. Peters, Evans, Pearce, Story. Again, Martin Peters. Evans first time. Pearce. And that'll fall for Martin Peters. And now Chivers and a 1-2 with Peters. And Blockley in there. And some pushing as well. As Evans blasts one's across. And it's down! No, it's been disallowed. Jimmy Neighbour thought he'd put Spurs ahead. But the linesman was flagging for offside. And the goal does not stand. So Arsenal get a goal kick, or rather a free kick, and Jimmy Neighbour does not get his first goal of the season in the league for Spurs. Kennedy, Neighbour. Perryman across their own goal mouth, and that might be dangerous. And there's Kelly going in, and Jennings out in the nick of time. And Spurs really were playing with fire all along the line. Their Chivers were offside. Playing it so casually across their own area on a pitch that is a very good pitch considering the amount of rain we've had and the wear on it. Just that little bit sticky. Pat Jennings with the kick. Peters. Game so far very much a degree or so beneath the fever pitch that you normally anticipate from these sort of games. Radford's run there, half stopped by Mike England, and then England and Perryman misunderstanding each other's intentions, and now Neighbour in full stride. But Blockley and Rice coming across to cover. He's got Chivers there as well. Chivers! Oh, just wide, and he hit it so well. Oh, yes, says Bob Wilson, that was close, and Wilson knows it better than most, because Chivers into his stride. In fact, he had to stutter his stride for a moment, and he picked it up and he hit it so beautifully. No more than 6 inches wide. Eddie Kelly. Now ball for Radford. Armstrong. Still with Armstrong. And that's a good-looking cross by Armstrong. And it's there! The goal by Peter Story! It's Story who's got it. And it was a beautiful cross by Armstrong that set it up for him. The little man got it on his right foot, and it was a deep one that eluded everybody in the Spurs defence. Story popping up on the far post, 1-0 to Arsenal. So Story the man who scored it, Jennings the man who was beaten, but unquestionably Georgie Armstrong the man who made it. Perryman turning it back for Knowles. Perryman again. Maybe he'll line up a shot. Not too far for that. England trying at 1-2, and there are so many Arsenal players back. All of them, in fact, were back except Alan Ball, who's on the ball at the moment. Armstrong. And now Radford. Story was offside, but it was all right. Now Radford. And that is going to be number 2. John Radford. The linesman, in fact, there was a degree of possibility that Story might have been offside, but then he ran into an onside position, and Radford was always onside, and Radford running through, making it 2-0. Jennings, the unhappy job now of picking it out of the net. 2-0 to Arsenal. Blockley. All straight at Peters, and now Chivers. Can he burst on this one? Still with Chivers, and a flick on Peters. Yes, it's a goal! 2-1. Martin Peters, the scorer. Beautifully taken. And that really opens things up. The Arsenal player, and I think it's Peter Simpson, is down and hurt after that challenge by Chivers, and Story is going absolutely mad with everyone around him.
We move on a few years to 1976. More London neighbours this time, West Ham United.
Nelson. Coleman putting a little bit of a push there on Brian Kidd. Arsenal's free kick. So Lampard telling Taylor to go upfield as this free kick comes in and finds John Radford out on the side for so long, but back to good effect now. Oh, Armstrong letting it go. Ball with a shot. Back to goal. Exactly 2 minutes gone. Alan Ball the scorer. Radford had it on the far side, and when the ball came floating in, the West Ham defence, best known to themselves, allowed that to go right the way through to Alan Ball, completely unmarked. Past Mervyn Day. Arsenal 1, West Ham United 0, 2 minutes gone. Kidd. Ball. It's not a bad cross either. Rice right in there, Brady right in there. Kidd might get a shot. But Brooking denied him everything, and a penalty. Penalty given. Could only have been a foul there by Brooking, presumably on Kidd, but the penalty was given without a moment's hesitation by a referee who was well placed. Now it's a simple matter of ball against day. And he saved it. Armstrong back again, and Ball couldn't quite turn it in, and a free kick this time given to West Ham. A magnificent penalty save though by Mervyn Day from Alan Ball. Well, a fairly incident-filled first 13 minutes of the game. And Mick McGivern is coming on, and Keith Coleman is going off. So Keith Coleman has gone. That shoulder injury that he had a few moments ago obviously has upset him. And here's Mick McGivern on. Defender off, a defender on. Acceleration. Now finding Brooking. Tried a little curler there to Billy Jennings, and it's there by Jennings, 1-1. The delight on the West Ham faces, and it all stemmed from a great challenging run by Alan Taylor. The flick to Trevor Brooking, and a lovely curled cross by Trevor Brooking. Billy Jennings was up, and that put it past Jimmy Rimmer and made it 1-1. Arsenal 1, West Ham 1. With 24 minutes gone, Billy Jennings the man who scored. And the man who made it, Trevor Brooking. Taylor, a touch for Kerbishley, a beautiful touch there by Kerbishley for Lampard. Mancini beaten there, but Kerbishley couldn't make anything of it, and here's Brady. Rice. Nelson. Radford. Armstrong. Oh, what a delicate little chip there now for Ross. Turned in again. A diving header by Radford, well saved by Mervyn Day. Nice little chip there from Trevor Ross. Radford diving in and Day saved it. Free kick to Arsenal. And Liam Brady with it. Long one there. Mancini had come up for it. Now kick. And another penalty. Kidd brought down, and Arsenal get another penalty. Ball versus Day, part 2. Is it going to be 1-1, or is it going to be 2-1 to Arsenal? It's 2-1 to Arsenal. He
sent it the other way. Ball sent it the other way. Day guessed correctly that Ball's shot was too sure for him. Into the back of the net. Arsenal 2, West Ham 1. Well, Day had no chance with that. Alan Ball, a perfect penalty. Now getting on for West Ham. Oh, and he hit that straight at George Armstrong. Now here's a chance for Armstrong. And that's number 3. 2 goals in a minute. Have completely undone West Ham. Well, it was a wild slashing kick in that West Ham defence that gave the ball away. Armstrong took it, took on the defender, took it well, found his angle, and beat Day as he came out. Arsenal 3, West Ham 1. Arsenal have not scored more than 1 goal in the last 11 matches. Have now chosen this derby game to please their coach, Bobby Campbell on the left. In injury time now, we played nearly a minute of it at the end of the first half. Brady's going to take this one. Mancini's right in there, jockeying for position. Curled in there to Radford, hit the crossbar. And Kidd, has he given it? Yes, he's given the goal. Brian Kidd has scored number 4 for Arsenal, right on the stroke of half-time. Brady curling that free kick in. Radford getting up well and hitting the crossbar. And Kidd a superhuman jump to turn it just over the line before Mervyn Day could claw it out. Arsenal 4, West Ham 1. An incredible half-time scoreline that's going to be. Radford. Armstrong. Oh, Radford, look at the space Radford had there, and it took a very good save from Mervyn Day. Oh, there was an amazing gap there in the West Ham penalty area, giving Arsenal that chance of a shot. And a good save by Day. Bonds. Lampard. A West Ham throw coming off George Armstrong. Robson. Kerbishley. Lampard. Locke. Oh, taken out that time by fouling. Radford. Away goes Armstrong. Locke going with him. It's with Ball. Armstrong again. Kidd. And that's another one. Well, some sloppy defence there again by West Ham. Ball and Armstrong making a good combination down that right touchline after a quickly taken free kick. Kidd meeting it. Day possibly at fault there. Arsenal 5, West Ham 1. Second goal for Brian Kidd. 2 players now on a hat-trick for Arsenal. Kidd and Ball. Foul there on Trevor Brooking. A free kick to West Ham. Brooking with it. Chipped in very delicately, but Pat Rice got that away. Oh, what a conquering shot again by Lampard. Turned away superbly by Jimmy Ryan. Doesn't score that many goals, Lampard. He really lashed that one. And Jennings then nodding it down and to have it headed away. Well, a tremendous shot there by Lampard. Fisted away superbly by Jimmy Rivers. And then when the ball came back in again, it put Arsenal under tremendous pressure once more. Lampard, basically think after West Ham had such a long thrust towards the Championship, that after their bad run in recent weeks, they've now dropped to 12th. And Arsenal, after their good recent run, have come up to 16th with only 3 points separating them. And now here's Brian Kidd on a hat-trick, stopped by Mervyn Day. Bonds to Lampard. Bad one from McGibbon, straight to ball. Comes now to Stapleton. Radford unmarked on the right-hand side there. Radford, and another very good save indeed by Mervyn Day. A lovely quick break again by Arsenal, and Radford showing tremendous zest and acceleration there, and a really good powerful shot. Well saved by Mervyn Day. Here's the corner with George Armstrong to take it. And Lampard heading it away. That would have crept just in. Looking away, Billy Jennings after it. Again, Trevor Ross. Well, he really has had a good game. Ball, a touch off there for Brady. Through for ball again. Now this could be the next one, and it is a hat-trick. No, disallowed. Offside and disallowed. And they've already played again. Match in progress. Kidd turning that ball in. But not much doubt about it, he was offside. Ball. Brady. Fouling. Straight at Jennings. Taylor. Ball in first again. Mancini. Radford turning it on towards Kidd. Now there's Kidd. Oh! That's one. Well, that's twice he's been so close to that hat-trick. Radford turned that one on nicely. Kidd was on it like a flash. Tremendous shot. Hitting the West Ham post. Ball played through to Kidd again. Now, will it be the hat-trick this time? It is! And number 6 for Arsenal. And a day of great sorrow for Mervyn Day and West Ham. 6 foot past them, 3 of them by the number 10 Brian Kidd. A lovely ball that time from Alan Ball. And there they are, hugging each other, the men who made that goal. Ball's pass, Kidd running onto it beautifully, left-footed, past Mervyn Day. Arsenal 6, West Ham 1. The hat-trick man is Brian Kidd.
The Hammers take a drubbing, and now on to one of the other top clubs, always a crowd puller, Manchester United. It's almost Christmas, 1976.
O'Leary, Armstrong, nice touch again. Brady had to shake off the Manchester United players, but it was McCreary who finally gets it away, and again the flagging on the far side for an offside against Gordon Hill, and already taken. Armstrong. Oh, a lovely touch now for Ross, and McDonald! 5 minutes gone. And Malcolm McDonald pays another instalment. Another good start for Arsenal, a good break down the right. Ross very heavily involved in it again. And as it comes across the face of that 6-yard area, a simple job to finish it off for Malcolm McDonald. Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0. That's 11 goals for Supermac now. Macari. Armstrong, lovely touch. Rice. Ross. Howling, rather a story. Now Simpson playing it on to MacDonald. Brian Greenoff to Sammy McElroy. Greenoff is really hobbling badly, and I think it's only a matter of time before Manchester United have to take him off. McElroy. Oh, lovely touch by him. Oh, what a great run by McElroy. And he scored! Well, a sad job there for Rimmer, and smiles everywhere for Manchester United and Sammy McElroy as he tiptoed his way through that Arsenal defence. It looked at the last as though he might be held up, but the ball ran kindly to him, and he slipped it wide of a stranded Rimmer, and that's the equaliser. Arsenal won, Manchester United won, and only the second goal of the season for Sammy McElroy. Nice chip by Powling. There he is again. To MacDonald. Touch off now if Ross can get in there, but Houston keeping his head and finding Hill. Well, what about this? Here's McElroy again. And the shot was, well, it was going wide, and in the end it finished up wide. But Jimmy Greenoff was in there, and that wasn't far from his head. Lovely run again by Hill, finding McElroy with the pass. Armstrong, long ball forward. Buchan and now Brady, MacDonald. Just hitting Jack Taylor, but here's Powling. Simpson. Stapleton. And Story. Curled in once more. Simpson helping it on its way. Brady! Yes! Liam Brady! Right on half-time. The little Irishman, Liam Brady, puts Arsenal 2-1 into the lead. The ball coming in from the left, just touched on by Peter Simpson, falling nicely for Liam Brady, round a defender and into the net, really before Stepney could move. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 1. Brian Greenoff knocking that sideways, but it's George Armstrong who picks it up, and here's MacDonald hitting it well on the turn, but he was again being policed by Buchan, who pushed this away to touch. So an Arsenal throw to be taken by Armstrong. MacDonald. Houston away. Ball for Pearson. A touch for Macari. Lovely ball by Macari, and now Hill in full flight. Jimmy Greenoff's in the middle, Pearson's in the middle, a chip by Hill! Oh, how unlucky! Hill falls to the ground. Well, I think most of us were looking for the United players who were coming up. But Hill had spotted that Rimmer was out of his goal. A beautiful little chip. Just one. Now it's Armstrong. Inside for Story. Oh. Howling. Brady. Chip through again there. Goal kick. Pearson letting Stepney know where he is. Really, he's only got to look for Brady, the biggest man on the field, and you can be sure he's near him too. And there they go together. Story. Stapleton. Very nearly getting that through to MacDonald, and surprisingly getting another chance. Quickly up off the deck, and having another go as well, Frank Stapleton. Touching it wide for Ross this time. Armstrong on the outside, MacDonald waiting in the middle. And Stapleton again is on the far side. Got the header in! Stapleton's goal! Well, the work that he put into that goal was incredible. He fought and he fought, and when he won the ball and got it away, He was there on the far post as that floated cross came in. Up went Stapleton. And MacDonald was right in there. MacDonald may just have touched it over. They may well be arguing about as to whose credit that goal goes to. Well, for effort and everything else, I would think it's got to be Stapleton, and in fact Stapleton and MacDonald are having a couple of words there in a friendly fashion as they come back. It's 3-1, that's the one thing we know for sure. Well, there's McIlroy again. He's beginning to sparkle again in this game for Manchester United. But he hit it straight, and Pearson very nearly got the rebound. McIlroy's good run, and the shot really is an optimistic one from that sort of angle, but it bounced off Rimmer, and Pearson hit the rebound back, again off the goalkeeper, behind for the corner. Well, Houston's up again. Hill with the corner, held him once more. He's got time now to consider what he can do again. Well, maybe he hasn't. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful, and it very nearly produced something. Well, that was a lovely piece of Christmas juggling by Gordon Hill. And it frightened the life out of Arsenal and Jimmy Rimmer. Stapleton. That's surely obstruction, yes. By Alex Forsyth, and a free kick to Arsenal. David O'Leary's come up onto this side of the penalty area. McDonald's up there. Stapleton's up there. It's clearly going to be one lob to the far side for the ball to go rushing in on. There it goes. There's McDonald going in there as well, but goal kick. Off beaten by Rice. O'Leary. Well, he's given that to Macari, and Macari hit it first time, and very nearly a remarkable goal. Oh, what an astonishing goal that would have been. O'Leary really caught out a bit there and forced to just whack it away where he could. Went to Macari, hit first time, looked at first as though it would go all of 5 yards wide, swerved and dipped, and in the end just went over the crossbar. Chanting champions, and certainly Arsenal have made another big step towards becoming a contender. And here's Brady, one goal already so far in this game. Oh, and so nearly a second one. Jinking and weaving again, and a matter of inches in it at the end.
Beating United is always pleasing, but now it's Clough, Taylor and Kenny Burns as Forest come to Highbury.
Brady slotting it along the line for Nelson. Oh, what a good ball there if Brooks can get onto it, but Larry Lloyd was there for Forest. Stapleton waiting to allow Nelson with a throw. There's Kenny Burns with Martin O'Neill of Forest also. Nelson with the throw. Brady. Nelson again. Chipped in there towards MacDonald. There's his header! Well, it's Stapleton who's running away. It was Stapleton and MacDonald who went up together. But there's not a doubt in anybody's mind that it was a good goal for Arsenal that puts them 1-0 into the lead with just over 3 minutes gone. John Stapleton playing his first game at Highbury, beaten, and now we shall see what Forest are made of. The long cross came slanting in. MacDonald and Stapleton went up together, and it floated beyond the Forest keeper into the back of the net. Well, it was Stapleton who went charging away, and clearly it was he then who got the decisive touch and not MacDonald. McDonald after this one. Oh, and Middleton made a mess of that. Ross then with the corner. Deep again towards MacDonald. Oh, just wide there from number 4, Richie Powling. But it was nodded back by MacDonald there for Powling. Great volley, and wide of the Forest goal. Now with Robertson, Woodcock. Well, showing a bit of his pace there, but O'Leary stayed well with him. Clearly it's David O'Leary's job to watch Woodcock. And Willie Young, in the meantime, taking Peter Wolf. Brady on the edge of his own box. Well, there was a handball presumably there by Larry Lloyd. A long ball from Pat Rice to Graham Rix, taken nicely on his body. Nelson into the path of Brady. Rix. Oh, what about that for a bit of skill? Onto the edge of the box, Powling. Well, that didn't quite come off. The idea was a very good one. He was trying to slice that with the outside of his right boot, but what a lovely jinking run that was by young Graham Rix. And the pass that gave just that half chance for Powling. Rix back to Brady. Now they all looked and they all waited, and in the end it was wide by Trevor Ross. There was a lack of incisive action there in the Nottingham Forest defence. Brady at the heart of the Arsenal attack again. And the ball finally coming through to Trevor Ross, and he didn't really get much power behind it. So David O'Leary up this time, and Willie Young also. There's the corner going in. Oh, and headed off the line by Anderson. Knocked away that time by Bowyer. Now, a free kick to Nottingham Forest, the foul by Nelson on Woodcock. And really some acrobatic defence there by the big number 2, Viv Anderson, heading that header off the Nottingham Forest line. Now it's Robertson for Nottingham Forest, trying to tempt Rice into a mistake, hitting it low across the goal, and Jennings down very quickly, deflected off an Arsenal defender, and put it behind for the Nottingham Forest corner. Arsenal pulled everybody, bar none, back into their penalty area. That's got to be almost as crowded in there now as the terraces are. Jennings with a good safe catch. Well, his side might be down, but they're usually a side of fighters and battlers when Brian Clough's around, so they're by no means out of it yet. Certainly there's been no sign of Nottingham Forest's heads going down, even though they suffered that early blow. Goal now from the likes of Tony Woodcock. It's Anderson through to Woodcock. McGovern playing it wide to Robertson. Could be interesting. Played there for McGovern. Well, that was a poor shot by McGovern. That was a better one, and it wasn't foul. Well, it was a bad first shot that John McGovern played in, but he was a little fortunate one to find it coming back to him, but when he did, he really lashed the second one, but it was always just that little bit too high. And Rice killing that well, playing it on first time there towards Trevor Ross, and that's going to be a corner for Arsenal. as a disruptive element. There he is, number 6. Ricks with the corner. And Young with a header, knocked off the line that time by Kenny Burns. Young again getting up well there. Oh, and Pat Rice springing from the back. It's the second time defenders have got balls off the line for Nottingham Forest. First it was Anderson, and this time it was Kenny Burns, as Willie Young got up so well from that corner. McGovern and Woodcock. And the two sides separated by Frank Stapleton's goal, number 10. And here's O'Leary. McDonald, Brady. Rifling in a left foot shot, and Middleton springing across his goal. In fact, it finished up 3 or 4 yards wide. Clark to Robertson. Woodcock being policed there by O'Leary. Oh, between his legs. Oh, and O'Leary winning it well. That's a beautiful ball by O'Leary. Stapleton is free. Oh, smacked it against Middleton, who couldn't get his hands to it, and MacDonald, the ball bobbling just as he was about to hit it, but the whistle had gone and Stapleton's gone down. But what a ball that was from David O'Leary. What a brilliant young player he is. Right into the path of Frank Stapleton. And from the edge of the box, Stapleton let fly. Middleton, it must have moved a bit in the air off Middleton's chest. And MacDonald made a real hash of the rebound. But it's a free kick on the edge of the box. I think it might have been for a foul by Kenny Burns on Frank Stapleton as he shot. Now, can Arsenal make something of this? 4 or 5 men in the wall, including Powling, and there's a bit of kicking going on in that wall between Powling and Burns. Brady chipping it. And there was a bit of something going on there, as you saw there. Well, as we see again there, Kenny Burns on Richie Powling, a butt. Powling to Stapleton. Oh, that was a very severe challenge indeed there by Kenny Burns. Came in from an angle that I couldn't see, but obviously Ron Challis did see something. And he must have been high on the Arsenal player then. Sharp talking to, and a free kick. Which Brady will take for Arsenal. Chipped in again there towards Willie Young. Now MacDonald with a free header over the top goal. Ball just wouldn't come down quickly enough there for Malcolm MacDonald after Willie Young had again disrupted that Nottingham Forest defence, and the ball falling to an unmarked Malcolm MacDonald, but over the top. Clark, Young beating it in the air. Robertson coming in very quickly there, but Sammy Nelson now. Woodcock with a shot, and a good save by Pat Jennings. And O'Neill is in there, and Jennings diving to save his life and his goal again. And they very nearly gave a lot away there, Arsenal. It was a bad mistake there by Sammy Nelson, and Forest were on it like a flash. Jennings made a good save. Only half got it away, and as O'Neill came in on the far side, Jennings had to save again. Good run here by Sammy Nelson, and he gets a corner. Trevor Ross with the corner for Arsenal. Unbelievable. So a smiling Irishman from an impossible angle, the corner from Trevor Ross, nodded out by Nottingham Forest, and he must have been standing almost on the byline, Frank Stapleton, and he rocketed it past to Middleton for number 2. Arsenal 2, Nottingham Forest 0, both of them down to Frank Stapleton. Nelson. Brady. Stapleton's on the ground, I don't know how he got there. And the linesman on this side flagging, he saw something that I didn't see and the referee didn't see either because it happened away off the ball. The linesman here with the yellow flag, Mr. Previtt of New Malden. Ron Challis left with a decision to make. What's he going to do? The Arsenal players are pointing to the penalty box. They feel that if there was an infringement, it was inside the penalty area. He's having a word with Kenny Burns. And he's going to be booked, I think. A look of innocence on the face of Kenny Burns, but he did not, whatever it was, escape the eagle eye of the linesman with the yellow flag. So his name will go into the book. And the yellow card. Now what happens now? There's got to be a penalty. And it is a penalty. Well, a mysterious infringement, but a clear-cut decision. And a chance now for Arsenal to go 3-0 up. And Liam Brady, who's had a brilliant game, with a chance now of getting that 3rd Arsenal goal. And it's 3-0. Taken by the little Irishman with great confidence. Never a moment of doubt in his mind that he was going to score. And that's 3-0. Now Woodcock. And they save something for the day. Bowyer coming in. Oh, and he hit the post. Nothing is going right for those two gentlemen this afternoon. And it looked as though at least there was a chance of a goal there, as Bowyer hit it and hit it well, but it cannoned off that Arsenal post. Robertson nicking it in there for Bowyer. Back again for Woodcock. Oh, and a tremendous piece of goalkeeping there by Pat Jennings. It was a lovely 1-2 though, mind you. And Tony Woodcock shaking his head in astonishment. A lovely 1-2 there, and it eventually reached Woodcock. Staring straight at Pat Jennings, he volleyed at him, and somehow it hit Jennings on the body and went away to safety.
Forest trying to show their strength on returning to the First Division, but to no avail. On to 1979, and it's a 45,000 crowd at Old Trafford.
In towards McCarry, but the safe hands of Pat Jennings there first. And finding Liam Brady in acres of space. Talbot making a tremendous run to join him, but Brady looks as if he might go on his own. The gap's opening. Oh, what a good save by Gary Bailey. Brady tried to curl it in at the far post, and Bailey got across well to save it. Nicol. Rich's first touch. Coming across and fouling him. Well, certainly Manchester United have looked a little lightweight up front against the likes of David O'Leary and Willie Young. Maybe the inclusion of Andy Ritchie just might add a wee bit more bite up front. Towards McQueen. Good header. Well, Gordon McQueen really got behind that header, but again Pat Jennings perfectly positioned to take the catch. O'Leary. Brady. And O'Leary again. every United player in a defensive position now. They conceded 8 goals in their last 2 league games, and I think the instructions might be make sure that doesn't happen again. Nelson. Sunderland, good move. Price in a good position. Sunderland! Oh, right over the top. The best chance of the game to date. And Alan Sunderland squanders a golden opportunity to put Arsenal in the lead. An exchange of passes with David Price, and Sunderland, with the goal at his mercy, shoots high and over the top. Corner then to Arsenal, taken by Ricks, hit long towards Talbot, who just manages to keep it in. Young, Price, Sunderland again, he's tried the chip, and it wasn't very far away. Well, what an eventful 60 seconds or so for that man, Alan Sunderland. Trying the chip just over the top. Gary Bailey really groping at nothing for that. Nicol. Greenoff. Easily intercepted by Nelson. Now it's Ricks taking up the play. A good run, there's no challenge. Oh, not a bad effort by Graham Ricks. And a player who favours his left foot, trying the shot with his right, but it sneaked just past the upright. Gary Bailey got a touch to that one, so it's a corner to Arsenal. Again, 3 men on the goal line. O'Leary, Sunderland and Stapleton. Not a comfortable position for the goalkeeper to be in. The cross comes in there. Willie Young! Well, he scored 3 goals this season, Willie Young, from similar positions as well, moving up from dead ball situations, and on that occasion, heading just wide. Greenoff, spotting the gap, which is immediately closed down. But a good ball following a good run by Greenoff, but really wasted by Stuart Houston. Well, maybe the best bet there would have been to wrap it in low, but Houston went for the shot, and it really was a very dismal effort indeed. Stapleton maybe with a chance to create something here. Price is joining in. Brady. Ricks. What a good cross to Price, and Sunderland has got it. What an exceptionally good break by Arsenal. The long ball by Ricks to Price, a good square ball, and Sunderland had the simplest of tasks to just touch it in. So it's Manchester United 0, Arsenal 1. O'Leary, well, that really has stunned the Old Trafford crowd. The goal scorer there, Alan Sunderland, who made his debut in this corresponding fixture last year. A lucky ground for him, Old Trafford. And there he is with that touch. Well, it must be said that United have had the balance of pressure in this second half. But that really was the best opening created by Arsenal, and well tucked away by Alan Sunderland. Well, United, who've lost their last 3 league matches, 2 here at Old Trafford. Sunderland, he's onside, and he scored a second. Alan Sunderland has struck twice inside a minute, and United must be surely dead and buried. Sunderland, well, the United defence thought he was offside, but he kept his head, he beat Gary Bailey, and he puts Arsenal in what must be an unassailable lead. The crowd, I feel, believing it should be United looking to salvage something from this match. Ricks driving it towards Young, but it was too hard. Now Talbot. Brady. Sunderland, he's onside again. Oh, he's hit the post. That was his hat-trick chance, and a post just stopped Alan Sunderland from getting 3 goals in this second half.